What's going on? Who do we have out there lost in space today? Hey guys, let's have a look then. Let's see who we've got both in the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat today. I see in Twitch Jirax, Commander Shepherds, Pablo, the Space Explorer, Dun Heiko, Willow Knight, Random Spaceman, Umbalol, Shepherd, Soachas, Velta, Jikarian, Destero, John Wack, Renzo, Iron Man, Hauki, Majinzo, Willow, Design. And in the YouTube I see Space Explorer, Gani Jassy, I see Lotek, I see London, I see Bleeds, DJ, Nog, Marina, Will, Chase, Ben, Logan, Nathaniel, Void, Team, Alex, London, Harley. Hey, Harley. Welcome, everybody. And many more I may have missed. So, guys, it has been 1 week since the latest update, Warfare 1, Field Engineer. And let me first ask, how's it been for you guys? How's the last week of playing the latest update, the new blocks, the new guns, the rocket launcher, all that good stuff? The plan today is kind of a bit more laid back than last week. Of course, we're back with Devs Lost in Space as opposed to a release stream. So today, the two main things is we're going to be playing some Uranium Heist with you guys, if you want to join up. But also, we will be having a Q&A segment. I'll be joined by Kianata, our community manager, to also answer general questions and questions regarding, anything that's kind of come up in the last week. So we'll get, actually, Kianata on in a second here. Hold on. That's good. Good. All hail space engineers. Rocket hell. I enjoyed watching it, but honestly haven't been gaming this week. The new update's awesome. I want to know if I don't know. I want to know if I want to buy the game. Hopefully, Destero will be able to persuade you here today. Already wishing there were more corridor types. That is something we've heard. We've definitely heard about, wanting more corridor variations, corners, and three-way blocks. So I think Kianata might touch on this today. Believe me. Okay, how can we help Destero to persuade them to buy Space Engineers today? Let's have a look. I don't know. Lots to cover. All right, Kianata, are you ready? Shall I get you on right now? We might as well get started. As I think we got some news as well, hot off the press. So let's cover that as well. Hold on. Great. Fire away. All right. Let me just. There we go. All right. How about that, Aaron? Should be good. Yeah, so we'll try and cover everything today. We didn't have all the time last week for questions, but now that you've had the update for a week, maybe you've, found some things that are interesting or some problems maybe. So, also I should point out, we have our special Devs Lost in Space sale on right now. For this week, we've got the... hold on, we can bring it up here. There it is. Today, we have Deco Pack number 1 on sale. So, if you guys want to pick up Deco Pack, it's 30% off for 24 hours only. $279. You can pick it up on the... That's not on the... Well, it's a Steam key, but it's a limited to it's a special website offer there. So if you check the link in the chat, you can, if you haven't got the Deco Pack 1 yet, you can pick it up via the link in chat. And let me get Kianata in. And we'll get the questions started. Because I'll be playing mostly you know, the scenario here, and you guys can join in and see how good, just how good you are at Uranium Heist. Hold on a second. Hey man, we can hear you. Hello, hello. Let me just prep the thing here. I'm gonna turn you up. Ah, you missed. Oh, actually, it looks like you're perfectly framed without me doing anything. There we go. It was all set from last week, and your green screen's very well, nicely lit there. So, welcoming in, guys, Kianata to the stream today. Now, Kianata brings us good news, I hear. It's so funny because I can hear I'm talking to you, but just a test. I'm just testing you guys. Okay, we'll say that again. Welcome. I got it right last week. I got it right last week for Marek, but it slipped my mind again. So welcome, Kianata, and I say Kianata brings good news to us today.
Awesome.
Your time to shine.
How is my volume? Do we sound good?
Yes, I think so now. Yeah.
All right, super. Right, so we had a bunch of little things come up. Some no sound still. No, what?
No, it's good now. It's good now. They're just it's good now.
You can't fool me. I saw perfecto. Okay, so we had some issues with players joining heavily modded servers. We have implemented a fix for that so that the servers are not counting the servers were counting the mod dependencies you had. Now it won't count mod dependencies. We also, if you're running into this issue and it's a big deal for you, we also, in those patch notes, which I am going to post as soon as I can grab them again, in those patch notes is a complete set of steps on how to make sure that if your players are running into this issue, it's not a problem. You can sort it out and your players will be super happy. Yeah, there you go. And all the Canadas. Any news on finally getting mod support on Xbox Nitrado servers? Xbox Nitrado servers should be currently able to run mods, but if you're having any issues with it, please open a support ticket with us. And let me grab you a link to Support Portal.
Great. If you can boost your mic a bit as well. I've got you boosted maximum on my side, so I can't boost you anymore.
Okay, headphones warning. Is that okay?
That's probably a bit too loud, I reckon. I can hear the background. Maybe a little bit down.
How's that?
And then if you bring it in a bit more, I guess. I bring it a bit closer.
Bum bum.
I think that's good now. I just saw a couple comments that you were quieter, but it should be fine now. Great.
Right, and mods, the client side do not work on Xbox. You need to the scripts need to be running on the server. Yeah. Is there a way to disable PC limits altogether? Yes, on PC. Fix performance instead of adding more stuff. If you check the support page I just linked, you will see that we are fixing an amazing volume of stuff. It is literally like
the change log
pages.
The change log for this update was like the longest change log ever, almost. There was pages and pages of crash fixes, and both fixes from that we found ourselves and both fixes from the community. So definitely, performance and bugs. It's a never-ending journey, because it's always you optimize up and then people build up to the limitations and it carries on. But
right.
I think anyone who's been around for a couple of years will know that you can do a lot more in Space Engineers now in a multiplayer server than you used to be able to. So
right. And where
of course it's hard if your performance, sometimes your issue may have not been fixed yet. That's what the problem. There could be 1,000 issues fixed, but if your issue is not fixed, it still kind of feels bad, right? But trying to get to all of them.
Yeah. It's an ongoing process. And the turret ammo loader works as well. Awesome, thank you.
Also, if you guys want to join me for Uranium Heist here in the background, I'm going to be joining Keen EU number 3 for now. So only 12 slots. So if you think you're pro MLG, then join me.
Ooh, I know what I could do. If anyone is having significant issues, you can literally just tag me in chat right now. I can walk you through step by step how to do any of the possible solutions that you might need. Already raised tickets.
The game just started. Damn, that's not good.
I'm pro.
I'm not pro enough. That's weird. The game just started though, so we'll just. The game's already started, so I'll wait for people before we start. It was weird. The countdown. As soon as I joined, it loaded in. So feel free to join us, guys. I'm trying to get a server booted up with more people because I know the official thing we have 12, but we played the other day some Uranium Heist of like. We played the Uranium Heist of like. What was it? Like 30 people. It was insane. So.
Yes, this is the Uranium Heist scenario. Normally, when I jump on a live stream like this, I am digging through chat trying to find questions and answer questions for all of you. Today, I'd like to do something a little weird.
Okay.
We're gonna get weird. I would like to ask chat questions and have you all answer them, if you're feeling up for it.
That's all good. Let's do that. What is your first question? We have some time. Have you've got time today, good sir?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good, because we should definitely try and. Hold on, I'm very. This is gonna be hard. There we go. I'm like distracted. Yeah. So hopefully we can do both. We can get through some community questions, and yeah, if you want to do some research in the chat, that'd be fantastic. So
exactly.
bring it on.
Reverse Q&A. That's exactly right. So my first question is, space engineer with a rocket launcher, do you feel that that's balanced against ship combat?
Okay.
So a space engineer with a rocket launcher, in your opinion, and that's all of you out there, do you feel that that's balanced against ship combat?
Because I know there's been some feelings about it, right? What's the accurate? I'm not sure, because the guys work really hard to balance it, but of course people are probably using the rocket launchers now in different situations and who knows what. So of course, you know, if the values need to be tweaked, then then we should do that.
Right, and one of the things is I'm constantly watching community conversations where all of you might be talking on a Discord server and I'm hiding in the corner just watching you chit chat about it, or on YouTube comments or Facebook comments or Twitter comments, wherever. And so I've seen lots of opinions on this that go both ways. So I just, you know, while we're here, let's chat about it. Depends on the ship. For taking on NPC ones, yes. Player-made ships, maybe not, depending on the weapon setup. Right.
It doesn't lock on, no. It's a little OP. So it seems mixed then. Some people say it's fine, not really. So I think this is something, you know, we can do is we can whip up a straw poll, I think. So you want to whip up a straw poll and say, it can even be like 3, like, just right, 2 powerful, 2 weak, or something like that. Or you could even do like a scale of 1 to 10. That could be a good way of getting some numbers behind it.
A scale of 1 to 10. 10 being ridiculously overpowered. Why does that person have a BFG? And 1 being not anywhere near strong enough. It should fire faster. So for those of you who are just tagging me and throwing random bugs up in chat, if you drop by the support portal and provide us with
it's not the
a
best
bug
place
report.
to report bugs because obviously they get lost in chat, guys. So still, hopefully, looking at the most recent changelog, it will give you confidence in the fact that we do fix things. We do look at the support site. I think the support site list of fixed bugs was actually longer than the Keen fixed list of bugs. I can't remember exactly, but it was a long list of community suggested fixes. So definitely, guys. Obviously, there's a lot. There can be lots, and you know you might not feel like yours is getting the attention, but the guys are working as hard as they can to fix all of the bugs. So it is the best place to get there, and yeah, we'll definitely get to it.
So And one of the advantages of getting to have this kind of live conversation where we talk about this stuff and discuss it is that I get to see interesting comments like this. The rockets themselves seem too expensive to be worth using compared to Gatling ammo. Interesting. But if you're a person on foot and you're trying to deal with a vessel that's come in and started, say, tearing up your base, and you need to grab something out of your weapons locker in order to at least spook them or scare them off, that's really that situation I'm thinking about. Like, someone showed up, they started blowing holes in your carefully prepared base. How does that rocket launcher stack up? Right. New stuff, weapons are definitely more balanced. Right, okay. All right, and we are going to talk about, I have loads of conversations that have been going on within the community, and I want to open those conversations back up here. And just to put your minds at ease, that includes different guns, that includes passages, that includes the embrasure. So I think we should talk about all those things.
All these things have come up on social media for sure, so.
Yep.
All right, so how are we looking so far, my team? On green faction, we're actually losing this right now. We've got to pick up the pace. I'm going for some uranium, I think. Okay. And how have you guys been finding playing Uranium Heist? Because honestly, from the comments I've seen about it, people are having a lot of fun with it. Like, it's a really... Oh, shoot. Out of ammo. It's, yeah, I think that the team did a great job on this. Oh, missing shots there. John's got like 300 ping, so it's hard to get him there. And we were playing this just last night, and it's getting super competitive now, honestly. some really serious gameplay going on.
Oh, there's an Airgaff in chat.
There we go, I got him. Ah, shoot. Welcome, Aragaff. And Aragaff in the chat actually made this map. Aragaff is one of our designers, and Aragaff was mainly in charge of creating this map. So big shout out to him. He did a great job on this. John Wack picked up the uranium, I think, again.
Comment on hand weapon sounds. Sound like a 30 cal rifle and not a lower caliber pistol. And in comparison, the rifles sound pistol-like. Interesting.
We definitely played around with that stuff. We definitely played around with the different sounds and stuff. That's for sure. But if sounds need to be changed, then it's good to hear the feedback on it. I just got a rocket launcher.
The rocket launcher is a great PvP deterrent. However, the rockets themselves are A, too powerful, and B, heavy. Storing and carrying them is a pain and makes personal use very difficult. I'll be totally honest with you. I know that the balance of realism and game is you're always trying to, see how close you can get to the middle on those, but lugging around a bunch of rockets probably isn't fun for anyone ever. So we've got, if you have any feature requests, some cool thing, some awesome thing that you'd like to see added to Space Engineers, so Space Engineers can be, in your opinion, the best game ever, please feel free to drop by and leave that feedback on our support portal. I cannot address all of the awesome wish list items I'm seeing getting posted right now. So drop by the support portal, tell us what kind of cool stuff you think belongs in Space Engineers. Airgath, shotguns, please.
There was something really cool which I didn't cover in the stream, guys. Did you know that you can actually change the hit indicators? So if I come into the options here, and we come into the game, and we have a brand new tab called UI. I'm going to get killed now, aren't I? So you can... This is the setting we've always had, right? Which is to disable the crosshair, always visible, visible with huddle, always hidden. You can switch between the iron sight if it's like a hold. So when you press right mouse button, it's like it will hold there as long as you're holding it. Or a toggle where it will just stay there. Oh, hello. This wasn't worth it. I'll continue now. I was... Oh, he got the rocket launch just so I got there. So you can switch it from like being where you have to hold down the right mouse button continuously, or if you want to just toggle the iron sight. So 2 options there, which you may have not known about. Also, you can customize every single hit marker. So we actually have enemy friendly, headshot, kill, and grid. So for PvP scenarios like this, I've actually disabled the grid. So the grid mark is actually hidden because I don't want to know when I hit a grid because we're surrounded by grids, right? This is useful though in a normal situation when you're trying to shoot drones, because drones are grids rather than like enemy characters. So you will want this on, and you will want this on. I might better turn that off. You will want this on in normal gameplay, but for this at least, it's better to have it off because obviously you're shooting things and it's always coming up. So I've actually changed it here, where grid's disabled. I've made it more like other shooters that when I hit an enemy, it turns white. So the indicator flashes white when I hit someone. Friendly's green, headshots kind of gold color, and kills red. But you can change this to whatever you want it to be. So if you want an enemy hit to be, you know, bright pink or, you know, lime green, anything's possible, right? So I thought I wanted to point this out for you guys because you can also change the transparency of this. You can also change you can have a hex code as well. And the final ones, these are also old controls, you know, for changing the opacity of the UI here. These are also old, but this is brand new stuff here. So I recommend going through each of these hit types and customizing them to your liking. I'm really happy with the one I've got right now, but like I say, if I was playing a normal survival, I would actually switch the grid to probably be something so I know if I'm hitting a drone or something. But in a PvP scenario like this, having it disabled is actually better. So big shout out to that, I think. I missed it on the stream last week, but yeah, there it is.
There is an absolute army of comments here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We'll just grab a couple of these. First of all, the suggestion, and I can't even see who said it now, the suggestion for the dummy's head being an actual space engineer's head, like helmet in the game. I've seen that everywhere. I think it's a really cool idea. I don't have anything to say on it other than neat. That would be cool. Part of the balance issue back. Huh? Okay. We'll dig into that in just a minute.
A lot to talk about today, a lot to cover. Well, like I say, we didn't have that much time for questions last week, so I think that people have obviously gone away, played the update, came across some issues, you know, so it's good that we talk about it today. So yeah, a shotgun, if you're just looking to mod a shotgun into the game, it would take, I don't know, 5 minutes to add a shotgun to the game. If we're not talking about a model, if you just like, we could make Xocliw's rifle shoot like a shotgun right now, it would take like 5 minutes. Super fast and easy. I'm gonna get Jirax. Here we go. Oh, I missed him! Oh, I just went past his head. Oh, that would have been a beautiful across the map kill of the guy carrying the uranium here. Oh man, that sucks. That was almost perfect.
Dummy to helmet, agree. Yeah. Right, and that's Thomas in YouTube chat. PvP doesn't really interest me, so my opinion is meh. That was one of the things we were talking about.
Not everyone's into that. Initial, I get that.
Yeah, the initial stream is we get that a year of war for some people might be the best thing ever, but also, you know, building's a pretty big part of space engineers. So we're trying to get that balance where, you know, every update isn't like, look at the new gun. So yeah.
You know what, I'll say this. Let me say this, guys. This is kind of not really a teaser or something, but there is going to be stuff for builders. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
There's some really stuff planned that isn't. It's not going to be. Oh, I can't get this guy. It's not going to be just fighting this year. So without saying too much, we've definitely got some really nice things planned. Can I give a hint of some other sort? Or is it too probably too early, right?
There are a lot of aspects. War doesn't just mean fighting.
Right.
There's lots of aspects.
Preparation for war, right?
Precisely. So there's more to it than just pew pew pew, to use the scientific term. Railguns win. I am looking forward to this stuff. Awesome. I'll be totally honest with you. This has been like crazy awesome. Like getting to see behind the scenes from my perspective. I was a fan first. I was a modder for a long time. I ran servers for a long time. So getting to see what's happening this year has been nuts. It's super hard for me to contain myself most of the time. So I just sit around smiling and clapping all the time. Yeah. Can you post the always has been picture from 2 weeks ago somewhere? Yeah, it's on Twitter. It's on Facebook.
Always has been.
Yeah, it got reposted on, which I kind of expected to happen. It got reposted on Reddit. Yeah. I mean, I could probably find it real quick and link it. I give you Linky. Yes. Bum, 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 bum.
Hey, we won! GG's Greens. Man, it's so freaking intense. Like yesterday, we had a round where it was like every faction had completed their escape pods, and it was like 5-4-4 or something like that. It was super close. So actually, this stuff is getting really competitive, and maybe, Erin, this is a perfect time to actually highlight the fact there's actually a tournament being organized, right? There's actually a Uranium Heist PvP tournament being organized by some members of the community. So
that is exactly right.
I'm not sure if we can provide links for that right now.
I can as soon as I can find more room. This might be hard to believe, but I have 4 monitors all the time and they're all full right now. So 2 seconds and I'll grab you that link.
Yeah, great. It's good you're here today, because I think I probably would have not played so much, because if I had to play and answer questions, it's quite hard. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the gameplay as well. But yes, there is bullet travel time and bullet drop, and bullet drop I'm not sure, but there is bullet travel time because Aragath, who made the map, actually said that you have to account for that. So you actually have to aim. Especially if you're at a distance, you have to actually aim a little bit forward. You actually have to kind of lead your target slightly. So travel time is a thing. But yeah, no bullet drop.
Right, and that is a link in chat to Rebel Games League that they're going to be running. That should be starting at the beginning of next month on the 5th, I think. So, yeah, and that will be a full, fantastic, and wonderful tournament run by the glorious Tim of Rebel Games. Another out-of-the-blue question. Well, I do like me some out-of-the-blue questions. We found the rails. How often, Xocliw, you have the lineage here. How often do the rails get found and talked about?
You mean in the files?
Yes.
The old ones.
Yeah.
Not so much these days, I think, because they've been in the game's files literally since like 2015, I think. They've been there for a long time.
Right. They come up, Chase, they come up every once in a while. It's talked about for a little while, and then it goes to sleep again. But there's all kinds of crazy stuff in the files if you look closely. So
it was something that they wanted to do, but they basically discovered that I can't join. Everyone's so keen to play. I can't join Keen EU3. I'm just asking some admins if they can boot up a 30-player server, which would be kind of wild. But you guys are so keen to play Uranium Heist, so it's hard right now. But I'll have to wait. But yeah, rail. The main thing is that it's the physics behind it is super complicated. Like you think about rotors and hinges and all the rest of it, they kind of somehow contain. But with the rails and the collisions and stuff, it was something that was, I don't know how far they got of it because it was before my time, but I think it was, from a physics point of view, it was very complicated with the boxes, and Clang was having a well of a time. So.
Oh, I only ask because I've tried to build a dozen trains. There's some really, really brilliant, like absolutely inspired builders out there that put together trains all the time. I bet if you I bet if you typed into YouTube "Space Engineers Train," you'd find an enormous amount of stuff. So,
yeah. So, did you have any more questions for the community today from your side?
Yeah.
Okay, plenty more. Okay,
I'm just getting started. So one of the other things we had brought up is the amount of structural damage a rocket does. How do you feel about the amount of structural damage a rocket does if you're plugging someone's base? In particular, against like doors. Do you feel like it does enough damage against doors, or maybe it's a little overpowered? Is it easier to just go through the wall next to the door? Yeah. So just how do all of you feel about the rocket launcher as far as that is concerned? Collision rework might be one of the best things ever. It certainly was awesome. That's the problem I've seen and been jealous. Okay, not too overpowered or underpowered. Okay.
It's always been easy to go through walls even before the update. You're talking about doors, right?
Right. Rabid. Are there any plans on implementing settings to help out colorblind folks? If you'd like to email support@keenswh.com and talk to us about that, we'd love to hear your thoughts.
I think this is a shame. There's only one Uranium Heist server up right now. I'm not sure if they took some down, but the Uranium Heist server is actually often it's pretty empty, you know, when I guess there's not a stream or something happening. Because I was actually, you guys should keep an eye out, because it was like on Monday, I think. I was just trying to play some Uranium Heist. I joined the server and I was waiting for about 10-15 minutes and no one joined, and I was very sad. I had to try and rope some people in from Discord. I mean, I got one round in, I think, but it was like 2v2v2, so.
It is, you could modify you could make warhead types if you wanted to. They're asking, are there warhead types for the rocket launcher? I mean, yeah, you could mod that in very easily. You could make all kinds of stuff. Oh man, if you go on the workshop and you manage to type in the right search parameters, I'm convinced you could find possibly anything imaginable. Add an SMG. I felt like the Space Engineer's rifle is kind of a mix between a submachine gun and an assault rifle. Heat-seeking missiles win.
So, I don't know, in terms of a like, I know there's been some discussion about other weapons, right, guys? Because that's one thing. Like, I think, you know, it's just like out of curiosity. You know, people talk about like shotguns, sniper rifles.
Right.
I think honestly, if I had to pick two new personal weapons, I think it would be a shotgun. I think would it be shotgun actually? But the one I want to say is actually placeable charges, because I always love playing the classic Battlefront 2, 2005, where you did the ship. I forgot the name of the game mode, but basically like where you would like land on board an enemy ship, and then you could plant charges or whatever and blow up the crucial parts of the ship, right? Like that would be, even that kind of scenario in Space Engineers would be amazing. Now we have warheads, of course, but this would be something like separate, which you could just stick, like you could like stick on a large block or so. I don't know how it would work. I guess you could do like a landing gear and a small warhead, but I would love to have explosives and like grenades and stuff. It would be pretty cool.
Yeah, grenades, explosives, C4, GoldenEye level proximity charges.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
We got a new server coming up in a second, guys, so get ready. Big shout out to Climb. Climb is helping me set up a 30-player server here, so we will have 10v10v10. Ooh. It's going to be chaotic as heck. It's a Lego simulator, not a war game. And I say, I think there has been some concern like that we're going too combat heavy, but at the same time, one of the largest requests has been actually that, we improve the combat in Space Engineers, because it's a key part, right? Often you build, not everyone's interested in it, but a lot of it, on servers, you're building factories, you're upping your kind of production to build warships. So a lot of it is actually, it's not the only part of it, but it is a part that players have been asking for a long, long time. And not just like a minority, like a lot of players have been asking. Not everyone,
right?
Because not everyone's interested, but you know, when we look at our feedback forms and social media comments, and you know, we've done things in the past, and people have always been asking more weapons when. So, you know, we have to, like, you know, obviously we're always assessing things, and I already said there is some really great things coming for those kind of more, let's say, complex engineering builds, or how to word it, things who are more interested in the kind of I don't know, like the production and the industry in SE. So stay tuned. We did say earlier this is the year of war for space engineers, but I can definitely tell you that that's not going to be the only content. Okay.
Right. War doesn't always mean pew pew. So making boarding pods, that's an interesting thing. I would love to see a collection, because of course you always see like landing pods, like Space Marine level landing pods, like the tabletop ones. I've seen a couple of those, but then boarding pods that could attach and correctly open space into a ship so that your engineers could get inside and do some damage. I mean, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a build for that.
Definitely. I'm really excited, guys. I've been reviewing or looking at some of the future plans and stuff, and seeing and trying to give, you know, also because obviously I play a lot of the game and I'm hearing suggestions and what people want all the time. And actually, I can say there's some, very, very, very tasty stuff from the actual building point of view. It has nothing to do with combat on its own, but of course it can be used in combat. It can be used in combat situations, but it's definitely not combat focused. So obviously I can't say much more now, but I just want to somehow put the concern to rest that it's just going to be, you know, guns and blowing things up. So
yeah. Would it be okay if I wrote a book inspired by space engineers and tried to publish it? Email us, info@keenswh.com, and talk to us about that. Others have actually already done that, and if you go on Amazon, there are space engineers books.
There's 2 books. There is, I think one was called Rain of, I've got it up here. You can actually get them on Amazon. There it is. Warfare, X-Wing London's a server, 30 players, let's go. And actually, this has a really cool mod on, created, I think it's by Climb as well, which actually is it's got a kill thing, so you actually can see, you know, who you're killing. So and it's also, I should have let's have a look. Has it got the leaderboard? It does, yeah. It's got the KD and stuff. This is a, I feel like it's part of it's Climb, but I feel like the other part of it's It's Drago. Is it both Drago then? It's the classic Climb makes all the mods, so.
I made all mods.
Now we'll see who has the real highest KD. So 30 players. It's normally 12 players, so it's going to be 10-player teams. It's going to be very, very, very chaotic. This map is definitely not designed for this many, but we played with this many players before, and it ran just fine. So we should be able to come in here and have a good old time here. We'll see. Maybe I'm not sure if you're on kind of lower NPCs, maybe there is some problem. I honestly am not sure, but it was fine. We did it the other day here, so I'm red faction, so I'll try and get the right. So Reds, rise up. Let's go. Get ready for the fight of your lives. I'm prepped.
It's true, Kalon. Climb. It's not Kalon. Climb made all mods. I keep saying Kalon. Why was uranium removed from the Earth-like planet? It's your progression loop. There's no uranium on the planet. You do other things to get off the planet so you could get uranium and have an easier time powering your stuff. That's it. And of course, if you're into modding, it's very easy to add uranium back. It's literally one line.
Just in case as well, you guys didn't know what this map's about, I'll really quickly go over it because some people may be new. The main objectives are repair your cargo pod, collect uranium from the center, bring uranium to your cargo pod, and prevent other teams from doing the same. And if you carry uranium, it will slow your character down. So I'm just going to, This may be old news to you. Let me just, what time are we at now? I add another minute on here to let people join in, maybe 2 minutes. So obviously 3-team, a really cool map made by Aragath and one of our level designers. And, you know, you would have think that 2 or 4 players would have made it easier, but trying to combine, you know, a kind of diagonal, like a diamond triangle, also symmetrical map is an interesting idea, but it came off really well. Some key points. The primary goal is the escape pod there. So if one of the teams finishes this escape pod and the other teams don't finish it, that team will win. If all the teams have completed their escape pod, the main thing is about collecting uranium. Uranium is found in the middle of the map. And to get onto the middle of the map, you have to either repair the ladders on the side of this platform, or you have to repair the timer block at your base to get catapulted across. This is the catapult here. So they're the 2 ways to get to the platform. Inside the platform, this will raise up when someone lands on it. You can grab uranium and you can make your way back to your base. Now, other things that you can weld up in the map. You can first weld up these timer blocks here, which will repair the elevators near your base and then decrease the time it takes back to your base. You can come up the elevator here, jump across, and you're nearly there, right? So there's some also optional tasks, some more engineering tasks. I know some people who play this, they actually don't do any shooting. Their entire role is to be the engineer, to collect resources and to fix the stuff up. To get resources, you come to the top of these pads. So this is a pad there, this is a pad there, there's a pad there, there's a pad here and there as well. So each of these yellow pads actually spawns, you know, a random ore that could be iron, gold, platinum, and more. So you can collect ores there. You can bring your ores back to the assembler, and you can, just like a normal space engineers, construct components with those ingots, sorry. And yeah, once you've made the components, you can first probably repair your pod, and secondly, you can begin to repair other things. So the other things that I mentioned, you can also repair doors to kind of barricade your base a bit better. So you can weld up the doors leading back to your base, so you can shut the doors and then kind of causing a bit of confusion for the enemy. And there are also ladders around the map to get to rocket launchers and other things. So that's the basic premise of the game. And then if everyone's repaired their escape pod, the team with the most uranium wins. So just in case people didn't know the game mode here, that is the game mode, and it's it's a lot of fun. We've got 28 players. This may be a record here. 28 players, and you guys have got 42 seconds to join. This is going to be absolutely wild here. Sorry to yeah.
You're good. That was great. That was awesome.
Yeah, just in case people didn't know what it is, but I really want more people to play it, guys, and get involved in the tournament that's being organized, because it'd be really cool to see how teams get competitive at this. I've been doing a couple of them on my streams on Twitch, but I haven't done that many yet, and people are already getting very good at this. So 27 players. All right, looks like we might get some late joiners here, but still 27 players in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's go, Reds!
Just a real quick question. We had some people asking about possible future updates along the warfare line. Lasers, shields, mortars, heat-seeking missiles, IR-seeking missiles, weapons with bullet drop or fire arcs, rail guns, EMP weapons, and a whole host of other things are all stuff that are in our brains that we're thinking about, but we don't have anything to tell you about it right now. That's it. Is that an EOS server?
No, this is not. This is a standard Steam server. This is what we've been hosting. Apologies. That does mean apologies to Xbox users. This is what we have here. Yeah, we have 30 players. There it is. 30 players in Uranium Heist. Man, it's going to get busy in here. But luckily, we've got all our markers to know who's at what. Someone just dropped some cobalt. I'm going to run back with some resources here. There's a lot of people around. Performance seems fine, though. That's a good thing. Sorry, cameraman.
As far as the tournament for Rebel Games, the link I provided, which I can provide again, is to their community website, and you can ask any questions you have for them there. I do believe they have a link to their Discord server as well on the website. So And it's a very pretty website, just as a matter of fact. So there you go. We'll throw up a link for that. Boop. There's a link to the league page, and then you can head wherever you need to from there.
So you guys can see one of the community mods at the top left. You can see Tybo just shot Sparkcraft. So you can see that, and also on F2 screen, you can actually see who's got the most kills. So far, Climb has got 3 kills. So there we go. There's a couple of stats there. I'm going to fix up our pad here. I'm doing a bit of engineering here where people are fighting. It's chaos as heck. Indrasil's already got some... So I've repaired this timer block. It goes into the ground. I can jump on the pads and launch me onto the center platform here. But at this rate, maybe we've got to take out some of the other players. Ah, someone's in there! That's scary. Ah! Hold on. Come here, Sky King. He's running. I got it. I'm
just saying the game is pretty combat involved. You're saying the game is pretty combat heavy. Yes, to some players, Space Engineers is combat heavy, but to some players, there's almost no fighting. Like they don't PvP or join other servers. They play solo. They want to construct, a star base or an asteroid base or, whatever. So it just depends on the person. That's one of the awesome things about Space Engineers is it's really a very different game depending on who you ask. So.
Cover me the pike. I need cover. So I just hid kind of thing. All right, I'm good. I'm clear. Let's go. Cover me. I got one. Man, this is intense. Yeah, I'm trying not to talk too much because it's.
I believe in you. You can do this.
You can't turn the signal off, guys. The signal's forced on. When you pick up a uranium, it's forced to be on. That's the whole point. Right. If you grab my body, quick, guys, pick up my stuff from my body. There should be uranium in there. You got it? Hold on. I got it. Just escort me back to base, guys. We're almost there, and we'll be neck and neck with Green faction. Green are winning so far. They've completed their escape pod. Almost there. Hey, there we go.
How do you feel about making NPC pirate activity a world setting for survival? The conversation about NPCs, like we know that the community has lots of conversations about it. We acknowledge the insanely cool work that people like Lucas Meridius X do as far as creating PvE content for players.
It's really great. They do great stuff. Yeah, Meridius is fantastic.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than being like quietly working on your base and hearing something threatening flying overhead. What are you doing down there? What? Yeah. So it's really awesome stuff. But we always have conversations about that kind of stuff. I mean,
oh, friendly fire. No, not friendly fire. What happened there? Lucas is PvE NPC god, right?
Yeah.
Whoa. This is wild. We still have 30 people in this match. Aaron, this is nuts.
I'm stunned that there's 30 people in the match and everyone isn't trying to shoot you right now.
It's chaos. It's a bit chaotic, honestly, but I'm just I'm surviving.
Wait, does that count as stream sniping? Would that be stream sniping? If they're watching and trying to figure out where you are?
A little bit, yeah, but I think there's so much going on. I think it's even hard to do that. It's kind of hard to stream snipe. If I was hiding with the... I'm out of ammo, damn.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until a hacker drone comes by. This is completely off topic, but that was easily the most infuriating experience I ever had with one of Meridius's mods is the hacker drone, and I think others probably share that same experience because I had no idea what was going on. My grid was just slowly turning into someone else's property, and I couldn't figure out why. Yeah, really cool stuff.
Definitely. I'll have a breather after this round. I feel bad, Aaron, for leaving you with all the comments there.
I think probably a lot of people are just as entranced by watching you run around and try and nuke people as I am. This is very entertaining. That's running buttery smooth. Absolutely awesome.
Yep, it's been going really well. Come on, Reds, we need more. Reds, we need more resources.
Would it be grieving if Xocliw says don't shoot me and everyone shoots him? No, I don't think that is. I think it's fine.
Tactical nuke inbound. Let's have a look at people who are getting on here. The real Wendy with 10 kills. Alex with 5 kills. Climb with 8 kills. I've got 3. All right. Okay, we got to get some more uranium here.
I assume that's an easy mistake to make. Jasper, I am not Aaron from Last Stand Gamers. I am Aaron from Keen Software House. ERIN, not ARRON. There's also AARON. But anyway, mine is spelled ERIN. Yeah. Different.
Well, that was the reason that we didn't have the kill counter in the vanilla, because this is obviously modded now, because it's an objective-based thing, right? So yeah, the kill counter means nothing. You can have like 50 kills, but your team can just win by one team being more sneaky. But I need cover right now, guys. I need cover right now. I don't know where Reds are, but I feel exposed here. Come. Oh! Yeah, exactly. NXT got me.
There's
wild.
Yeah, so again, things like environmental hazards and stuff like that, we're always exploring now. Oh my gosh, we're always exploring new stuff, but we don't have any updates for anything like that. We typically keep stuff pretty close to our chest until we can start talking about it right before release. So sensitivity independent of normal mouse. Are you talking about mouse sensitivity? I'm not sure what you're asking. Okay, so here's a contentious topic. We're just going to throw it out there. Chat, you can run wild with it. Is the embrasure block, does the embrasure block offer players an unfair advantage because they purchased it? Is it a pay-to-win feature? There you go. Can't be any more bold-faced and straightforward about it than that. So you tell. Oh, yes. Put a face to a Kaneda from his visits to Naughty Ostrich streams. Yeah, Naughty Ostrich is super fun to hang out with. We destroyed lots of things. That was extremely entertaining.
Well, and Naughty Ostrich has been doing some really cool things as well, actually, hasn't he, recently?
Yep, just did
want to cover that?
24-hour stream. What was the other one? Oh, he hung out with David Blue, who's an actor from Stargate Universe. I hope I'm getting the right Stargate. Yes, Stargate. It's Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis, Stargate Universe. Right. So David Blue, who's an actor from Stargate Universe, he hung out with David Blue and actually played Gwindermere's Stargate mod in Space Engineers. So it was kind of a cool stream to watch. It was really fun. Stargater, yeah. I'm a Stargater and a Trekkie and a Star Wars fan and a Farscape fan. I'm trying to think of what else. What are other good ones? And of course, Star Trek includes all of them. Everything. Everything's fair game. Even the really, really horrible one that shall not be named. All of them are good. So.
All right, I finished our thing, guys. But Greens are going to win this. We got 4.5 minutes to get more uranium. Our pod's been completed now.
I'm embarrassed. Thank you, Dr. Sarcasmo. I forgot to mention Babylon 5. Oh. Babylon 5 is like a political drama. That's really what Babylon 5 feels like to me. Oh, it's glorious. What a good show. Oh, yeah. Turrets, that is interesting. That's an interesting. AI turrets seem to ignore players behind embrasures. That would be a bug. I would have to look at that. They shouldn't.
Cover me, Reds! I got 2 kills. Oh! Damn it. Greens are really solid here. So you are Kianata. This is Kianata, yes. To my right. To my right on stream, yeah.
The one of
The Kianata.
the one and only. Yep. I had a few people who actually knew me from when I worked with Nerdarchy, which I still do some administration stuff for them. They're a D&D focused YouTube channel, though they do lots of different role-playing stuff. They're a bunch of cool guys. Kianata. Yep.
Kianata, yes.
There were people who accused me of intentional naming conventions, but I promise it's not.
All right, it's looking pretty. It's neck and neck there for blue and reds. Greens have got this solidly here. It's so hard to get. It's so hard to get past all the enemies now, right? I'm just gonna go make us some more. My plan right now is to get us some more of those timer blocks fixed up so we can get our elevators working. Here we go.
Yes.
Oh no, we need more stuff. Damn it.
Are you aware of the bugs introduced in the last DLC, such as the welders? Grids not working properly? We are aware of some things. We dropped a hotfix today. If you haven't downloaded it and updated your game, go get on that. Get your game updated. We fixed a number of things, as well as I think like 15 crashes or something. Take a look at that. I just dropped a link to the support portal. If you have an issue, even after getting the hotfix today, please jump on the support portal and tell us about it. The QA team is just a bunch of dynamos. They're amazing. So tell us what's going on so we can help you fix it and get it sorted out as quick as possible.
I don't think what I'm doing is going to help us in time. Still missing stuff. Oh man, it's got wrecked by Ultimate Noob Lord. Ultimate Noob Lord.
And that's the one that killed you.
Yeah, that's the person who killed me. Yes.
Are you on Twitch or YouTube? I would like to follow you. Well, thanks. I'm on Twitch, but if you ask any of the people that used to watch me regularly, they're mad at me because I don't really stream on Twitch. I don't have much time for it anymore. Like right now, this is the live stream content you'll be getting from me. when Xocliw decides to invite me on, that's what I have time for. So
you're always welcome, man.
Are turrets and fixed weapons meant to be able to fire through embrasure? They should either fire, like some bullets may pass through the opening in the embrasure, or they should just blow the embrasure away as they're trying to shoot at a target behind it. But I can test it. That's an interesting observation. We can definitely throw together a game and take a look and see how it works. Are Keen going to make any new games or IP intellectual property? Space Engineers is our focus. Right now, the biggest thing we want is to continue to work on Space Engineers development for PC and Xbox. Done.
Oh man, this is so close. It's gonna be a tie. Somehow Reds came back and it's 3-3. Reds Greens. I can't believe it. Oh, it's a tie, guys. No one won. Amazing pullback from Reds. Good job, team. Woo! Wild. Yeah, thanks. Look at that. 30 players.
Engineers.
Let's check the scoreboard here. The real Wendy with 25 kills, followed by Climber 17 kills, followed by Ultimate Noobler with 14, then Alex with 11, or X number 12, NXT with 12. I got 7. There you go. So we got some real pros out there in the a random cough drop as well with 16 kills. So good job, teams.
Any plans for server optimizations? Literally every update we have plans for server optimizations. We're constantly trying to make it a better experience. So
yep.
Smiling as you get headshot.
And it's very satisfying. F2 Zio, F2 brings this up, but this is not official. This is only on this server, but I think we can reload it now and have one more round here. I think.
Again, please. More, please.
It was good, wasn't it? It's already back up. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Let's see if it's back up. It's gonna fill up quick.
Turn on. You can turn on grid damage only if you disable jetpacks. that way you could just end up floating away sad. No.
Tybo, we'll show that at the end of the stream. We've got a really cool video to show today, guys, that Tybo made. It's a really, really nice video. So we'll put that we'll play that in a bit at the end of the stream.
Dinosaurs. I'm always astonished at the shows. I'll say something and someone will know where it came from. Always astonished people actually know.
Yeah. So hopefully as well today, guys, by highlighting this new map, you'll play it with your friends, your communities, because it's really, really well done. There's like, I haven't personally had any bugs with this map. There may be, I don't know, have you guys had any bugs with the map? But it's, you know, it's an official scenario and it's really well polished and it works great with 12 people and it even works with 30 here. And I think some people would like to see more of this, right? Maybe like a ground-based one. You know, if we had like tanks and stuff, who knows? But it's even adding those pistols and the rocket launcher and the different kind of the different levels of weapons has added a lot more to this combat. And the hit indicators, right? The hit indicators, knowing if you've hit someone or not, and getting that instant feedback when someone's been taken out. So yeah, I am on blue faction this time. Blue faction, rise up, go blues. I've switched.
Bunker Barbecue Warfare bugged my suits, skins, and paints.
Oh no!
Thanks again, SE. That's okay. Go to our support portal, tell us about it, we can get it sorted out. I'm guessing that you could probably verify cache, and it will probably sort you out. If not, you can save your, you can put your save games and your config off to the side and reinstall, and you're probably just fine. But jump on the support portal, and we'll talk you through it and get you sorted right out. There was also, oh no, I lost it. Not the mama.
Not the mama.
Climb, yes, Black Armor has made some great videos this week.
I haven't saw
Black
them.
Armor not doing awesome stuff.
I haven't actually saw those Black Armor videos yet. I'm sure they're amazing though.
Interesting. Indrasil, if I can suggest something, the bullet travel time is insufferably long. Which bullets? Because, you know, different bullets have different speeds. Was there like a specific gun? Because that would narrow that right down for me. PlanetSide 2. The question is, did PlanetSide 2 use hit scan and a particle, or did it actually have a traveling projectile? Space Engineers uses an actual traveling projectile. There are lots of games like Warframe, one of my favorite looter shooters, right? Warframe has hit scan weapons that look like there's projectile travel time, and there isn't. Like it'll look like you completely missed something and you nailed it. So, yeah. Definitely. They have traveling projectiles. Okay, cool.
Yep. And it's actually cool to see so many players running well, even if it's like not normal gameplay. You see, I mean, like survival gameplay. It's actually insane to see so many characters. I remember, you know, I used to do stress tests. I've done stress tests all the time, actually, you know, as we've had different multiplayer overhauls and releases. And I remember getting 30 players on a server without, you know, minimal rubber banding and issues was a dream for so long. So it's actually really cool to see even just people standing around in the lobby here at 1.0 sim speed. You know, I've got 120 FPS right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, of course, there is still ways the game can be optimized. Of course, there is still issues in the game, but in terms of the amount of stuff you can do in it, it's really. I'm not saying this as a Kingdom. Well, I am, but I am also saying this as a player, you know, who's played this game for almost 7 years. You can do so much more in it now, from a capability point of view.
We're allowed, even though we work for the company, we are allowed to be fans.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a fan of Modder for a long time, and so have you been.
Yeah, I think I'm a fan. First and foremost, I think.
Yeah.
It would be fair to say, honestly. That's
how
I got here. Oh man.
If you have a ping to the current server of 400 plus, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark and say you're in the United States, and the server is not in the United States. It's on the other side of the world.
Let's see the pings. So Climb's got best ping, and the worst ping is the most with 361. So we've got, yeah, got around, yeah, it's quite varied. Majority of the server is below 150 though, I think.
Yeah. I mean, if you're on the other side of the planet, I would expect you to have an incredibly high ping. So
the competition's stepping up. I got wrecked real quick there, actually.
Those are really cool low-tech, I assume. Low-tech. Like Johnny Mnemonic. Those are the low-techs. Any exploration of extending physical interactions like lifting, carrying, holding, throwing, etc. Would love to have portable containers and deployables that can be carried and moved. Awesome ideas. Support portal. Tell us about it. Get other people to vote on your idea. I think that's a link to something that doesn't, whatever, we'll just leave it. Let's
get that tire block fixed up, guys. Let's get this one fixed up immediately so we can start getting to the uranium. So priority is this. Oh, Aragath is on it. Oh, great. I'm playing with Aragath. Let's go. Woohoo! Whee! Right, let's go, Marines. Hold on a minute. Did I pick it up? I'm running. I've got it and I'm running some... Oh, no, it's not. Typical. Oh, come on, man. For a second, I was running. Amazing. Oh, no. I had a brief advantage, which makes a big difference, and then I stopped and I got wrecked. All right, I'm going to get my body there. Let's see if I can get it to it.
So that random link in YouTube chat that I just left, that's just a link from Ashura in Twitch chat for something that I wanted to take a look at. So I literally copied the link, sent it over to our QA team, and then randomly pasted it in YouTube chat. So enjoy!
Sorry, I got like 2 headshots to the pistol and then I just got swarmed. I just ran off. I can't believe I survived that encounter. That was wild.
The more erratic, the longer you live.
Yeah. That was crazy, honestly. I'm surprised I survived that. Yeah, melee weapons would be interesting for sure. Right.
Would it be possible to insert mods faster on dedicated servers? I'm really sorry, but I don't fully understand what you mean. Insert mods faster? Like, if you could think of another way to phrase it, I'll reread it and try and answer it. Any fixes on people's missing servers? So that actually was part of the hotfix today. People were having trouble finding and joining servers. If you read the changelog, which I will grab for you right now, you can take a look. We actually addressed that specific issue. It was mostly happening on, here's your changelog. It was mostly happening on heavily modded servers where they had just an enormous, like 150 mods or something like that. So there you go. We also included steps to resolve that issue if for some reason, I don't know, you're running 600 mods and you can't find any other way to get it to work. Interesting suggestion. Ladder climb speed server setting. I think it's ladder climb speed is animation based. Maybe not. Probably not. It would go well on the support portal where we could take a look at it as a suggestion. I can hear you humming and hawing over there. Is someone... Okay, I'm watching now. Yeah.
And it's fine. I'm just getting. No, I know. I got wrecked twice with a rocket launcher from Wendy, and then I got uranium, but Wendy had my escape covered. Wendy's really good actually. That's the second round. Wendy's doing well here. So Wendy's still up the top. Let's get rid of Wendy. It's really. Pfizer, right next to you. This is wild.
There we go. Skjalbjorn said climbing speed is an animation. Yeah, so it would be something that you couldn't just set as a modifier in the server settings. It just wouldn't work that way. Tons of good suggestions, all stuff that we definitely consider and think about. Like, you know, food and drink comes up all the time. So, yeah. I'm having issues with shear inertia dampener on pistons. We're switching back and forth between ship and station. That's issues with share inertia dampener. Most of the time, what I end up needing is a screenshot so that I can fully understand what you build. I've done a ton of troubleshooting for that, but 95% of the time, you did something super unique to your build, and the only way for me to help you fix it is to see your build, you know? What I can say is if there's any way you can lock the thing to the ground, do that first. Then your share inertia will work better. But other than that, yeah. Look at the poly count and LOD settings for the DLC corridors. They kill FPS. I would love to have a support ticket from you so that we could get a log from you, and then in that log we'll get your system settings, and we'll get a good idea of like what video card you're running and stuff like that, and that will help us understand what issues you're running into. Grappling hook. I will always say that I'm a fan of grappling hook because I played such an absolutely enormous amount of Bionic Commando when I was a kid, so yep. Especially now that you have a rocket launcher. If you played Bionic Commando, you get that joke. Welcome to a very small club. It's not a matter of understanding. It's a matter of understanding your equipment. What are you running it on? That's all. It's helpful to us, so we can fix it. Search bars. Right. I just wrote this suggestion down. I do not remember where you may have been the same person that gave that suggestion, but I just wrote that one down. That's actually on my list, which is adding a search bar to jump drive, GPS locations, factions page, safe zones. There's a couple places that a search bar would be super handy. So yeah, good suggestion. Be an update to the Warfare 1 DLC, like one of the other DLCs got an update. I don't know, not at this time. We're still reviewing everything, and we're still honestly collecting all of our feedback from the update. So it's only been a week. Maybe after a month we'd be able to talk more about what happened. But it's
exactly. It takes us. We have to kind of gather some more feedback before we can have like a full kind of post-mortem of the update and so on. But yep. Definitely, you know, we're always reading all the feedback and stuff, see what people are feeling about it. So it's definitely working. Get in there. So now I guess I have another question. So guys, after it has been a week now, what's been your favorite part of this update for you?
It was on the list.
What have you enjoyed most from this week? This update?
S10 Akimbo win.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Can you imagine?
Wait, what do I mean? What is... Are you really?
So,
what do you mean? What did I do? What are you judging me for, Blade? I just did some pro MLG moves.
Oh my.
Come on, Greek, we got this.
Reload animations, the guns and the blocks, that covers everything. Another for reload animations. Passage blocks. Window blocks. The corridors, passages. Lots of people for the passages. I was really surprised when I got on, when I started digging through Reddit immediately after the release, and it was like neck and neck. People were like, yay, guns! And just as many people were like, yay, passages! So that was really cool. Multi-sided block painting. Not in any, like, traditional sense, like not with the way painting works right now. Like, strictly speaking, you could do like a decal thing, but that's, I mean, no. No, you wouldn't be able to just paint one side of the block at a time.
Yeah, it's a big request though, that's for sure.
Yay passages, yay rocket launchers. Yeah.
I'm so deeply engrossed in this right now. This is wild right now. I can't believe it how intense it's getting.
Awesome.
I'm out of ammo.
Yeah.
All right, we'll pause after this so I can so I can focus on see what's going on in chat. This is great though. This is so intense. We've got I think still 28 people playing this round. We might win it. There's still plenty of time for Reds. Actually, there's time for any faction to win. It's 2-3-2. Every faction's completed its thing here, so let's see. It's going to be close though. It's going to be really close.
Update featuring some boomsticks. That sounds like a hardened World of Warcraft player to me. Cool. Thank you for opening a ticket. I appreciate it. Yep. Go cast your vote. Be counted. We're doing our part. Are you? Interesting. Yeah, and I did see a few suggestions for passage types that maybe weren't in
the corners.
The update.
This was another big thing that's came up actually, is that you guys want more passageways.
Right.
You like the passageways. I saw people saying it was still, for some people it was their favorite thing of it, but they want more of them. Oh my goodness. Real Wendy's got a rocket launcher. That's not good.
And Suicide Deal, if you have a support topic, I would pick your favorite one that's on passages. You should throw that up in chat so other people can, if they feel the same way, they can go vote on it. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Forget Wendy. Wendy's annoying me. Wendy's just like, I don't know what Wendy's deploying, but you can't kill Wendy. I'm just running.
Diagonal cover walls and half railings and cover walls. Cool. Support tickets, please. Support tickets. Oh, did you bring something up? Let's talk about that. I'm clicking on your ticket, Rotol. I'm clicking it right now. I'm going directly to it.
Shoot.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got some votes on it. Looking sharp. Okay, we'll leave that open to read it later. A passage that joins to the shape of the gatewalk. That seems incredibly specific.
We got this, Blues. Let's finish this. Oh, I just friendly fired on wrong person, wrong target. There we go.
Finish this.
Let's go, Blues. Grab that uranium. Oh. Oh, hello. Ah. Get him. There we go. Good. All right, I'm running. I'm running. How far have I got to run? I gotta go a long way. I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, 30 seconds. Come on. I'm running. They're gonna come for me. Oh no. Blue. Oh, it's so crazy. This is so intense. Oh man, what a round. Oh, just so good.
So much 40k burned into my brain, Rotol, that when I looked down and saw Heavy Bolter, I thought it said Holy Bolter. For the Emperor.
All right, we can do another one, but I'll just be spectating. I'll just leave the camera above the map, and we can, I can just focus here on focus on the chat for a bit more time here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the Uranium Heist gameplay, and thank you to all these individuals who have played here. It's great, and good job on Wendy. Wendy was absolutely amazing. I just gave up trying to compete at that point. I got rocketed by them twice, I think. So yeah. Awesome. Maybe rocket jumping. I mean, rocket jumping, I think it was there for a second, I believe. But I think from like a realism point of view, it's kind of fun and cartoony. But I think a lot of people would, I think it would irritate more people if there was rocket jumping, right? How do you get materials to the time block? You have to collect the ore and the ingots around the map, Indrasil, and put it into the assembler, and then create a timer like you would in survival. So, oh, you can rocket jump in creative mode apparently. Well, I guess that's okay then, right? As long as you can. I mean, if you can do it in creative, then it's like whatever, right? But in survival, it would be weird. So,
it's the same as the totally crazy rocket spam. You can find videos of all over the place. If it's in creative, okay, it's in creative. Survival is where you wouldn't want there to be super crazy.
No.
50 million rocket spam. So.
It is kind of realistic. We're going to get into the physics behind it, but maybe. But I think the blast created would, I don't know, if you pointed at the ground and I'm not sure actually. I don't know. It's a good point.
Do you have any ideas for vehicle weapons in the next? Yeah, so the idea for vehicle weapons, do we have any ideas? Honestly, even if we had none, we have literally like thousands of pages worth of vehicle weapon ideas from the community. Like the enormity of the like workshop collection of weapons mods, forum topics about weapons, different discussions you can find in different places, Reddit topics. I mean, it's incredible how thoroughly this has been covered. If you look, there's a few people who have spreadsheets, literal spreadsheets about what should be what values it should have, its range, its turn time, everything. So,
everyone loves balancing. Everyone loves spreadsheets and balancing, right? Pilfit says, oh yes, no one ever does anything competitive and creative. It's a good point, but it's a good point actually with the rocket jump. I haven't seen the rocket jump though, honestly. So I'm kind of curious how effective it is if it's like a small jump, if it like launches you across the map. That also reminds me, guys, to mention that we are doing the next Weapon Core Star Core tournament this Saturday. So if you guys are interested in, ship-based combat with Weapon Core, it's absolutely wild. We're going to have another 8 teams, and this may be actually the final test tournament before we have the first grand Weapon Core ship battle tournament. So it's got really, really, really intense as the weeks have gone by. And, for that first main tournament, we may have up to 64 teams. So it's not too late to get involved either. If you're a master ship builder, you're good at building stuff and also good at tactics, then I suggest looking it up. You can check out the website. It's starcore.tv, and all the organization, all the points, all the worlds, all the mods. A big shout out to the Weapon Core guys and the modders involved in that and the admins, of course, to make that possible, because it's been an absolute blast the last couple of months now. So that will be on. It's Friday. No, Saturday. That'll be on Saturday over on Twitch at 6 p.m. UTC, if you're interested. Even if you don't want to take part, definitely I recommend you watching if you're interested in ship combat, because it gets pretty intense in the last, especially those finals. So
I'm not going to repeat it, but Maris Macleod.
Wait.
The comment in Twitch chat.
Spreadsheets and balancings, please. Man, I mean, what can I say? Hold on, let me see how many people. Okay, let me just boost it up. All right. I just had Ball and Chain Gaming just described Weapon Core combat as pretty, and I thought it was a really weird way to refer to warfare, but it's super accurate. It's very pretty. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Specialized suits. Again, cool suggestion, and again, something you could literally add into the game yourself. So we've got a minute and a half to join, guys. This will be the final round of Uranium Heist today. And I believe the twist is it's unlimited ammo. Climbs put on unlimited ammo. I don't know what that will mean. I guess just for fun. Is that really? I mean, hold on. Oh, okay. So you still have to pick up the weapons, but you don't have to pick up any more ammo there. So basically, I want to say like an old twist, but I guess not. I guess you always have to have ammo. The difference is you still have to reload here. But so let's see how it works out. Oh, if someone gets a rocket launcher, GG. Oh no! Don't tell anyone that, Tybo.
Can you make a survey on what aspect of the game people want to play most? That's kind of a good idea, but you run into some complexities when you try and do something like that. If I were to ask, what do people play the most, and start to design the future of Space Engineers based on the fact that out of creative and survival, more people play survival. Maybe that doesn't account for the fact that a large portion of those players are on a very tiny PvP server, or a large portion of those players are only playing PvE against like Meridius's mods, or those players are just doing roleplay, strictly roleplay. If you were to base everything on just that initial poll, you'd end up with results that maybe the community wouldn't be happy with, because again, Space Engineers is a weird critter. Depending on who you ask, it's a totally different game. So yeah. Fun music win. I actually don't know the answer to that, but this guy does.
Sorry, fun music when?
Mm-hmm. The Sounds of Space Engineers music contest.
I know some people last week were asking when will the new songs be added. So the new songs, we still have to have some conversations about it and when it's going to be. But I can probably say this. Hopefully the next update, guys, the next update should have those brand new tracks that won the competition. So yeah, really, really hope we can get that out soon, because I know people, even in this update, were saying, do they have the new stuff yet, right? New music tracks in the jukebox. So I'm really excited to see that. Oh, it looks like someone's already got rocket launchers. Luckily, real Wendy's on my team this time, so I'm not on the other end of those rocket launchers. So you guys will soon be able to have elevator music across your base. Oh, that's got guys got rocket launchers as well as space sea shanties. So excited for that. How's your list looking today now, Kianata? You looking good on the list? Anything else you want
I'm good to go. I feel like we got through everything super quick. We didn't have too many questions. If you are trying to join a server where they have an enormous number of mods and you're having trouble joining, and you can talk to the server admin, maybe on Discord or something, you can let them know that we have instructions on how to resolve any issues on our support portal with the hotfix. But yeah, oh goodness, Firefly, that's another sci-fi show I forgot. I'm a monster. Right, so I covered, I know it was like totally off topic. I covered everything I needed to cover today, so I'm good.
Fantastic. In that case, we can probably just look for some more questions in chat. There probably were some we missed. So if you got a question, guys, maybe add the question part to the front of it, so we know it's a question, and we'll try and answer it here.
Adding music to the game isn't particularly hard.
No, it's not that.
But we have to make sure our terms and conditions just made it so that anyone who entered and won basically said, yes, you can use our music. But we want to ask them, even afterwards, hey, are you still okay with us using your music? So we're getting back in touch with all of those creators and making sure everybody's okay with us moving forward. So it just takes an extra bit. Dig your enthusiasm for the game. Thank you. I love me some Spengies. It's easily my favorite game. Easily.
So cruel. I feel brutal here. And Lola Saraptor, good to see you. It's been a while, Lola. How you doing?
Do you have unlimited ammo?
Yes. I know, this is just brutal. It was for fun. It's not like a serious thing. Like, obviously, this is not how it was designed for. This goes against Aragaf's level design, but Climb is the server admin, and Climb decided that it was time for some experimentation here. I fortunately have a rocket launcher, so I'm not on the other end of it. And Wendy gave one to me, so thank you, Wendy. I feel dirty. I feel dirty here. I'm not sure if any progress is being made. Honestly, we might have a bunch of rocket launchers, but no one's actually winning this yet. So probably because it's too hard to move around the map.
There we go. I'm just gonna mess with I have lighting, and unfortunately Xocliw and I have different lighting setups. So one of us has to look off color, and he's in charge of what the stream actually looks like.
Oh, I got caught. Normally I try to sort that out, honestly. I think sometimes I try to make sure we look the same. So I will look on the next time. I'll make sure the filter's looking better.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm not super worried.
Desaturated today.
Yeah. Does Kaneda have really bad sunburn? Yes. I can't touch my skin. It's so bad. Joystick support. We currently have support for a variety of different controllers, Xbox controllers and stuff. There's also utilities you can go download that will allow you to take like a really good joystick setup and just make the game think it's an Xbox controller. So, and most of those are like free and like, I don't know, a meg. So they're easy to download. I honestly thought you had Zoc's holographic filter on.
Yeah, wow.
We need to work on our color. Apparently you look jaundiced and I look sunburned. Neither one of us looks okay. We'll get it next time. We'll fix it next time. Not right now.
Yeah, it's actually, yeah, you're right, actually, now look at it. No, normally it's not that bad. I try to do something. I try to figure it out, but yeah, I don't know. I normally, maybe it's because the problem is, obviously when we have guests on the show, be it Marek or anyone, everyone has a slightly different camera and lighting setup. So one filter doesn't work for everyone, right? That's the problem. Some people, if they have some orange lighting going on, it's quite hard. So yeah. Some more questions here. Okay, you got it, man?
Yeah.
See.
In regard to joystick pad support, the Steam controller has no support whatsoever. If you go, one of the things that sometimes trips up players that are using a controller is there are controller options in Steam. There are also controller options in Space Engineers. One of the first things I always ask people to do is just disable the controller options in Steam and let Space Engineers detect your controller on its own. If that doesn't work, then you can definitely jump back in, enable your controller through Steam and check those options. But just plugging things in with two different controllers in place doesn't always work.
Yeah, this is terrible. It's literally just, this is like absolutely atrocious.
Oh.
It's just rocket spam. I mean, I'm not helping the cause, but I think anything. This is why rockets aren't like everywhere on the map. It's why they're like a rare thing to find, right? Because otherwise you would get this.
Yeah. Considering adding head tracking, cool idea.
Like track IR.
Idea. Yeah. But also questions about if we ever considered VR support. We did consider VR support, and now we have community projects that are kind of taking another look at VR support, but I don't think we'll be doing that, no. Game mode with jetpacks and only rockets. That's entertaining. Oh, there you go. How about this? Climb has a head tracking VR plugin published. Because Climb is a monster, so we're just going to go ahead and grab that link and throw it over here.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
There you go. Done. Best community ever? Is that how that works? I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Oh, I missed him. I can sense frustration in this map here. People aren't happy about the spam. It's really, if you haven't got a rocket launcher, it's really hard to actually do anything.
Well, I can't imagine you could even move from cover. I mean, you're just going to take splash damage.
Exactly. The splash damage is all over the place, and people are just... Every team has a rocket launcher at their spawn, so they're literally just like having a well of a time. Oh, shoot. I'm so screwed.
Ooh.
It's a newcomer game. Can you tell us anything about Oh, go on.
Yes. Nope. You got it. That one's yours.
Oh, you leave that one for me. Yeah, and I was going to do it. So Lola's asking about Warfare 2. So obviously, you know, obviously that is going to be some point. It may not actually be the next update, you know. The naming suggestion definitely was the fact that there'll be more Warfare updates later, but not necessarily one after another, right? So because we definitely hear the fact that not everyone's interested in Warfare. Some people want, you know, more building things or whatever that isn't just connected to war. So it's yeah.
Right. Yeah, making sure that we don't, like, the enormous number of people that are filming machinima or doing random builds or whatever, we definitely are not trying to chase you off, but just focusing super heavily on exploding things. So we'll try and mix it up and make it interesting. Flashback to watching old American Gladiators on TV. American Gladiators. How do you remember that? Wow. The memories come rushing back. Will we get more planets on Xbox so we can do star systems? I think you can only do 3 unique planets on Xbox, but you can do as many of each of those planets as you want. So you could have, like, I don't know, 10 of each if you felt like it.
The answer is so. Just for people joining, this is because the rocket launchers we're playing this map with unlimited ammo. The rocket launchers by default are not that OP because they respawn very slowly. Hold on, Green's gonna win this actually. Green's gonna win this at this rate. They've only got 1 uranium, but we haven't completed that as yet. People are using their resources to make more rocket launchers. This is just some weird test. This isn't actually, you know, gameplay.
That's fantastic. Invest in your future.
So obviously the rocket launchers are very powerful, which is why the guys, when they were making the map, had it so they're very hard to find, and they only have like 2 rounds. So it takes you a while to actually, if you can have 2 rounds and you can use them, but still, if you want to actually, what do we need here? If you want to, it's not going to help you win the game, honestly.
If you add a new planet to an existing server that has the economy system running already, will it add stations? It will not. In order to have the economy system work correctly on a server, it may still function, but in order to have it work correctly, everything needs to be in place when the world is created. So you need to have economy turned on, pop up the world, everything should spawn correctly, and it should work perfectly from there on out. Must have watched that movie lately. No, I just remember everything, even the stuff I don't want to. It appears you must run SE in big picture mode for SE Space Engineers to even register. They are really interesting. That would be really cool to have on the support portal. That's kind of a neat insight there. Where do you see SE going from here? We just have insane amounts of awesome stuff planned for it. We just need time to finish work. Like, oh look, Lunar Colony. Hi, bud.
Hey, Lunar Colony, welcome.
Yeah. Is there a way around that?
Oh, we just need one more thing to complete this. One more thruster. We can win this now. We just need one more thruster component. What do we need? We need platinum. Oh, of all things. We just got to find platinum. We can win this. Forget everyone else. What's this? What's that? Cobalt, okay. This was an interesting experiment. I never want to do this ever again. This was terrible. Indrasil actually shot me to get. Indrasil shot me to steal my rocket launcher. Got friendly fire there. People had enough of me using it all the time.
That's fantastic. In the past, Keen Software House has added community mods into the base game. Is there any possibility in the future they will consider adding features that are added by the community-made plugins? We literally are doing this all the time. If you check our blogs, Merrick's blog posts actually, down at the bottom, and hi old Grumpy, down at the bottom you usually see an area where we talk about modders who may have somehow made a contribution. In particular, Jacaria and the weather system, there was an enormous amount of working together on that. And there's lots of stuff. Ball and Chain Gaming did some voice acting for us. Yeah, there's lots and lots of little things where we work with the community all the time. Sometimes it's just as far as like mods and stuff like that, it's just understanding what Jocaria? No. It's just understanding like, you know, how much of a demand there is from the community for something like that. It could be a super popular mod, but maybe nobody wants it. Or it could be a very popular mod, but it's really contentious. For instance, force fields? No force fields. And if yes, force fields, what kind of force fields? Star Trek force fields? Star Wars force fields? Stargate force fields? Which one? So yeah. The pain is over.
The pain's over, yes. That was an interesting experiment. Unlimited ammo on Uranium Heist. Yeah, you guys can say you've seen it now, but you can also see why we don't have unlimited ammo on this map, right? Great. So we'll close out there. Thank you so much to everyone who played Uranium Heist. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time, and hopefully, you know, if you hadn't seen it much of the game before, hopefully you guys will want to actually, you know, jump in and play with that with your friends. I'll definitely be doing more. Probably this weekend. I'll probably be doing some more of that. And yeah, definitely, if you enjoy that, especially enjoy playing it, you should definitely look at that tournament which is being organized. I feel like I can finally. I'm not very good at multitasking, at least shooting and also reading chat. So, any more questions, guys, here today? And thanks, Kinata. You've been doing extremely good job here, catching everything.
We're good. It's a good conversation. I feel like every time I come and hang out with the community and just get a chance to chit chat, it goes super well. It's very relaxing. It's nice to talk to everybody. So.
Anything you would like to see in SE? So many things, Lolo. So many things. I have so many. I mean, you know, recently I've been doing a lot of the ship combat stuff with the weapon core guys, and that's for me generated a whole new like level of hype and stuff. So, you know, I would love to see that in the vanilla fleshed out, right? That side of stuff. Of course, always survival elements as well. Like, I haven't played survival for a while, but I'm due to kind of do a new playthrough soon. And yeah, I would love that stuff too.
We need more space jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Sectan. Hello. Yeah, I think everyone, especially people that are like actively working on the game, we all have wish lists.
Yeah.
My wish list is a mile long. If you were on the workshop today and you saw a mod for the first time and you're like, that looks really cool. Yeah, like that's, you know, why not? That looks awesome. I love the idea of being able to change and modify and manipulate space engineers into like exactly the game I want, you know? So.
Yeah. And because you used to mod the game, you know, I used to kind of use that to make the things that you sometimes wanted in SE, you know. Did a lot of modding
Precisely.
for both SE and ME.
Yeah, right, exactly. It was, for me, it was because I knew there was a certain kind of like, I wanted to make a certain kind of experience for a server.
Right.
And so I'd make a bunch of mods to make that server experience like that. I think that's a case for a lot of people, you know.
Yeah, people make what they want. Yeah, I'm glad you guys had fun hanging out because I say these streams are laid back, and sometimes we have guests. You know, we've had a couple of community modders, sorry, and we also had D Wolfie as well. So you know, we'll be looking for more guests from the community as well as in the company. I know Natik from our lead artist. I definitely have had conversations about him coming on and talking more about the art side of Space Engineers. There's lots of budding artists in the community, so you know it can be an interesting insight into how blocks are made, the process. Because actually, sometimes if you're not familiar with the development process, you may not realize everything that goes into it, creating one block, right? Because while the basic model might take, I don't know, say like 3 days or something, and then there's LODs, there's the build state, so there's actually, there's a lot more that goes into making a block than just what you sometimes see on the surface. So, yeah. The stream is going to be archived. Yep, Saddest Dude. This is all on the YouTube, so yep. Blueprint Showcase, Neil. Yeah, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, we did this thing where we opened a world up and people could paste their stuff in, so we can try and do a Blueprint Showcase segment next week. Yep.
At some point, we have to grab a bunch of... I know a ton of the mech builders.
Yeah.
I would love to grab a bunch of different mech designs and create some form of conditions that they need to adhere to, and then, you know, see what the most fitting design is. What's the most usable? A lot of them look really cool, but what's the most like functional mech design?
Right. I've always wanted to have a mech tournament, honestly, a mech build-off.
Oh, my heart. Yes.
Yeah, we saw last week that amazing Jaeger that had been created by... Oh, no, was it last week? No, sorry, 2 weeks ago. The amazing, full one-to-one Jaeger from Pacific Rim, which had been made by one of D Wolfie's friends, which was amazing. So that was crazy, honestly. An Xbox friendly showcase. Yeah, we can do like an EOS server, I think. Boot that up, and then we can have people from both platforms share their stuff. That could be cool.
Yeah, and the mechs are Xbox friendly. The Jaeger we were looking at was literally built on Xbox.
Miss Nomad, what did I miss there? Miss Nomads, I'm always in hopes that what I say might get into their minds, and honestly, that's okay. I'm sorry that you felt that way, Miss Nomad. What was your question for today? I've only just Please ask away. And I think, often with these streams, we try to get to everybody. It's especially difficult in the launch streams, because if there's anything from a couple hundred to even 1,000 on those launch streams, and we've got to go through a list of points and a list of features to discuss. It's hard to get to every single comment in the chat. I know often people feel like they're being ignored, but the intent is not to ignore anyone. And if anyone ever comes across to my stream as well, even if we might miss it in a Keen stream, I'm streaming 3-4 times a week. And, I think anyone who watches these streams, if you ask a question to me, I will get to it eventually. I might miss it a couple times, but the idea is, I hope that anyone feels ignored is not a good thing, because we're not ignoring, it's just, we can't, when you read a comment in chat, sometimes, I don't know, let's see, someone says, something about the showing off builds, right? And we get into a 5-minute conversation talking about a build showcase, and in that 5 minutes there's already been a bunch of questions, so it's the comments, the new questions and comments come quicker than we can cover the topics, you see what I mean? So I don't want that to be the case, and I apologize to anyone who feels ignored, because even if it might not, it might take you, maybe we don't get to your comment immediately, you're welcome to always stop by and ask. So what's up, Miss Nomad? The floor is yours.
Exactly. Also, SE works again in Linux, so we don't directly support Linux, but we may have tried to fix some things. So,
in the meantime, Super's asking, can we hear anything about upcoming performance improvements? I have no specifics for that, Super, but there's always some going on.
Right.
Even in this update, I'm sure there were some optimizations made, because the guys, whenever they're going over combat, when they're going over things and they're having to redo code, they'll look at it and see how they can do it in a more performant way. So I haven't got any like thing major to announce of it, but every update there's always something in there.
Right.
Because of course, especially for Xbox players as well, you know, Xbox players, one of the big things was optimizing for Xbox, but actually that comes back to PC players as well. Because obviously, go on, what have you spotted?
It's just Indersills being saucy.
Oh, you're being on a fight? Yeah, I know.
What you did to
yeah,
make
I know I did
Indersill
that.
saucy.
Yeah, I know. I'm rambling. I just.
Why'd you be nice?
It's just when if I see someone who thinks that they're being ignored, it's just like, it's just not the case. We're not ignoring anybody. Yeah. It's just we just haven't got to your topic yet, you know. So that's the thing. Like, I'm down to address anything. It might not be the answer that you want, but I'm happy to answer anything. I had asked about making blocks of lighting on the sides, making neon tube blocks for small grids, and why pistols are so underpowered and the reload animations are too slow. So there's a couple points in here. So, making blocks of lighting on the sides. Is that for modding, or are you asking? Is it kind of like a request for vanilla game, Miss Nomad? I mean, it's possible. You can definitely mod that. Neon tube blocks. Okay, so the neon blocks and the sparks the future for small grids. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was. I know what you mean, because they're really cool for labeling and having like all this fake wiring as well sometimes, and the ground down. So I'm not sure if it was an oversight in the sparks of the future, but it's you know, they could be scaled down, and potentially that could be something that's feasible. I wonder if there is a mod for it right now, if you're looking to use it right now. Scaled down neon tube blocks. And as for pistols being underpowered and reload animations being slow, the base pistol is a little underpowered, but then it shouldn't be as powerful as the rifle, right? I mean, I struggled there to get some kills, but at the same time, I had the base pistol. I managed to get a couple kills when it was like me against two. So I'm not... Definitely when I'm playing of it, it feels like it's underpowered compared to the rest of the weapons, but it is like the base one, right? Or are you talking about all the pistols? And as for reload time, I don't know. Is it that slow? It's these things that I think if it was any quicker, the animation would be like, you wouldn't even see the okay, we were just playing with it, right? But it didn't come across as too slow. Underpowered, I can understand, but the real animation for pistols feels okay, honestly. But it is slow? Okay.
There is a modder named 3223, and you can find the entire Sparks of the Future pack built in small grid available on the workshop. Now, you still have to own Sparks of the Future, but you can download a mod that will give you small grid versions.
And you're talking about vanilla stuff, so you want vanilla blocks of lighting on the sides, like a passageway with a lights on the side, or like some kind of half wall or something like that with lights. It's a good suggestion. It's a really cool suggestion, actually. Space Engineers is so great and yet unknown. I thought you would make some publicity or get streamers and YouTubers to play it. I mean, we're always looking at marketing, always looking to work with new creators.
Yes.
And I get that. You know, it's the game has sold over 4 million copies, and I don't know, maybe even 5 million now. I'm not sure. So it's got, you know, it's sold a lot. But of course, you know, when I'm working with it and I'm out on conventions, still lots and lots of people have never heard about it. That's for sure. You know, so we're always trying to. Of course, it benefits everyone for the game to be, I know, better known. But yeah, it's the player count is still been increasing. And maybe it's like less than it was 6 months ago, but if we go back to like 2013 when it first launched, we had some peaks. We peaked like 23,000, but you know, over the years, even last year I think was our like most populous year on average. We had like around like 8,000 members. So
we're continually growing. Every year has literally been better than the last year as far as like player population, essentially. Okay. So, in regards to modding, does the rocket launcher use an empty missile reference? So you should be able to see that using the F God, 11 or 10 menu. I can't remember which one it is. You can look at the details on the model, and if you show the physics primitives, it should actually show you the dummy on the front of the rocket launcher, so you can tell what its name is. If that was your question, I hope that was your.
We've got a couple of different things here, I think, and I mean, yeah, with a pistol reload, some people are saying it's too slow, but some people are saying it's good or even really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So then actually, it's kind of like, if some people find it fast, how do you call that? You know, the guys work really hard to try and make it balanced, and there'll always be some who won't like it and want it faster or want it slower or whatever. So that's the problem. Like, obviously, you need more data. You need to do some research of some polls and see, like, you know, what percentage of players think it's too slow, right? That's the other thing. Lights to take up the entire block of space. It wastes space. Oh, okay. So, I mean, obviously, lights, of course, take up a whole space. The dream is, of course, multi-blocks, compound block stuff. But, I mean, even having, like, a wall block or a block that had a light built into it. Like, imagine an interior block, right? But the light, it was kind of inset, and the light was in there. So you could have interior blocks that was functionality was a light. That's actually an interesting idea. So you could have, I mean, I'm not sure if all sides, but at least one side of the block would have a light embedded in it, and then you could turn it on and off, and you wouldn't need, that would actually be kind of quite cool, actually. So I get that, yeah.
Sectan, we have not updated the, or I do not believe we have updated the SDK with the dummy files yet, but I have a number of requests for it, so it's on my list. I'm working on it.
Stick a poll on Twitter and Facebook for reload speed. That should get you good feedback.
Okay.
We could. I don't know. We could potentially utilize that. The only problem is it's maybe better to have one that's centralized in the sense that rather than have it on multiple platforms, have straw poll or whatever, right? Something that's like, you can post it on YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, everywhere, and have all the feedback in the same place. Because sometimes actually, we notice that feedback is slightly different on different platforms. Like the user base is slightly different on Facebook than it is on Twitter and Reddit. So the vibes, like, is, you know, just, so people might vote, especially if it's a close vote, it might actually be different in different places. So that's why it's better to have it overall, right?
Right. It's actually quite interesting. I've used polls. For instance, one of the really old ones I ran was just, what do you do with your starter ship? Do you repurpose it and reuse it for something else, or you just grind that thing up? Between YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, I had completely different results. I think it was like YouTube was like, always grind it up. Why would you keep that thing? And then Twitter was like, oh, no. It's still good. We're still good. We're going to find a use for it, you know? So it's always interesting to see. You can't just decide things on one particular place. You got to really feel it out and talk to as many people as you can.
Yep. And in general, I'm glad you guys, I see some comments. I'm glad you can enjoy these Thursday streams. Like, they're pretty laid back. I know it was quite intense with the Uranium Heist, but in general, you know, the idea is that they're pretty laid back, and we can have some fun, play with you guys, showcase some stuff, give you any kind of news we have, and also answer questions. But I wonder how long it would take. How long of a stream you'd need to get through every single point of discussion that there is in the community, and there's a lot. So,
for like, say 600 people watching, a day, I would like a 12-hour day, and no new people are allowed in the stream, because that means I didn't repeat myself at all.
Yeah. That's also hard because, of course, people join different times, and we may have already answered some of the questions, and then that's the case where someone joins later, we've already answered their question, so we're not going to go over it again, but they also think that we're ignoring their question. It's not because we're not ignoring their question. It might be the fact we've already discussed their question, right? Mm-hmm. That's not always. I'm just saying that can be the case as well sometimes as well. So it can be hard when you're trying to get all the answers out, and to everyone who's joining at different times, leaving different times. So yeah. Take a pack of 5 wolves and use a 20 ammo pistol. It's rough. I have to admit, that's a situation, Ms. Nomad, I've never came across. I haven't seen wolves. I haven't played with wolves and space engineers for a long, long time. And do they usually spawn in 5? Sounds like a lot of wolves in a pack. Seems like quite a. And imagine with a pistol and 5 wolves charging at you would be quite difficult. The new mouse pointer on Xbox. Well, I think I know what you mean, because I remember when you play an Xbox mouse and keyboard, it changes. It's not the. It uses like a Microsoft style one rather than the one we have in PC, I think. But that I'm not sure if that's some kind of Microsoft end thing, you know? I don't know.
Right. Star Driver, we are trying to do these every week at the same time on Thursdays. There could always be things that come up, and by the way, hi. There could always be things that come up and maybe prevent us from having a stream right when we want to, like release day, we didn't have this stream. But yeah, we are trying to do these regularly.
Yeah. Let's see. Very helpful. Continue the update streams. I'm looking on Twitch as well, because that's the other thing, having two platforms here.
Right.
I'm not sure I don't know if we just did one platform, what difference it would make if we just did YouTube or just did Twitch. If people would be okay to like move across, or if people would be, you know what I mean? It doesn't make that much of a difference. But at least it's all the.
It depends. I don't know. I had an easier time with the YouTube app on mobile than I did with the Twitch app. It just ran better and used less bandwidth. So, could depend.
Surak, definitely getting more YouTubers as a guest on these streams can definitely be done. I've already mentioned it. We had DWolfie1 a couple of weeks back, who's a YouTuber in the Xbox community for Space Engineers. So definitely open to having more YouTube and other creator guests on the show. Yep.
Me versus Xocliw, 1v1. We're on the same team.
Any thoughts on bringing the game to Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, or I guess that could even be Microsoft Game Pass, but then how that'll work. But it's a good question, word noise. It'd be interesting to see if it was on Xbox Game Pass, what would how many peeps would get into it, honestly. I have to ask about that one. I'm almost certain there's been discussion about it, because when you work in Microsoft, it's one of the things they offer. So yeah, it's a good question. Are you someone who hopes you haven't got it on Xbox, or would be happy to have it if it was on Game Pass?
What is the floor in the background?
That is the Sci-Fi Interior 2, which came with the Sparks of the Future.
Nice, killed it.
Yeah. It's great. It's an awesome corridor, this. Yeah. Has it been asked, have you got a date set for hints on the Warfare 2? I think, did you just suggest that or not? Am I going crazy?
What?
It's okay. No hints yet for Warfare 2. We just had Warfare 1, and obviously we're going to be looking at Warfare 1 and what went well, what didn't go so well, and not quite yet, but stay tuned. And I do want to reiterate that we have content coming that isn't just for Warfare. There's plenty of really cool blocks that I think technical builders... I really wanted to say like some of them that I know that are coming, but I think there are some blocks that everyone's gonna like, which are like they're useful in all situations, something like this.
Right, and there's stuff that I can't come up with a way to say it that's not spoilery. It's stuff that you want because you said you wanted it a bunch, and then definitely. We were like, "Cool, we should make that." Is that not spoilery?
It'd be cool if we can get some teasers as soon as possible, because there's even next week, maybe we could it'd be cool if we can get even a semi medium half teaser. I don't know how to word it.
There was.
We want other stuff now, right now. We like stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Stuff ends soon. Excellent. Teasers for everyone. Check under your chair. Go ahead and look. There's teasers under there for you and you. Yeah. So.
I'm just going to prep here the video as well. We're going to have...
Sweet.
SF time. Sounds like there was also some cool ones from Black Armor this week, but I'm going to play this one because I know Marek really liked it, and it's he's been asking me to share it for a while, so we're going to play this in a second. A 5x5 pixel teaser. Yeah, maybe I can get some other kind of some kind of clue that's really ambiguous. So. You all right? You're right there.
I'm trying. I'm trying to think of something that would be.
Oh, a teaser. You think of a teaser?
Yeah. I know. I looked pained.
I can definitely say. You tell you what I'll say. I'll say this. No. Maybe next week. Maybe next week, because there is something that I think we can do, but I just want to get confirmation, because it's always on this thing. You say it wrong, and then So next week, guys. Next Thursday, maybe we can try and prep something tasty. Yeah. No teasers, just info, please. Well, if it's info, then you have to wait longer, because we got to make sure that the information's confirmed. That's the problem, right? It's as much as we. Yeah. So.
And for those of you who are DMing me on Discord right now, that will not work. I mean, I appreciate it, but none of that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to click your message, read it, and close it. No.
Great.
All right, I'm good.
So, yeah,
I'm
fantastic.
good.
So, last kind of reminders. Hotfix went out today. I'm sure the changelog's up on there. And also, we do have a 24-hour sale right now for one of the DLC packs. I think Aaron will get it up here.
I will. I just had a really interesting question come up, and I do not know if I'm going to be able to find it quickly enough.
So I'm not sure if we're going to be doing this every week, guys, but we've kind of decided that for these kind of community streams, every week there'll be like a special 24-hour discount. Today it's the very first Deco Pack number 1, and you can pick it up 30% off for $2.79 on via the website. That does give you a Steam key that you can activate on Steam. And that's through the Space Engineers website. So there we go.
Seriously,
hey
though,
Chief, how you doing?
Straight up turn off DMs. You need to stop.
Great.
I can't remember his name. Chopsticks. That's who it is.
Chopsticks.
So Chopsticks just put out a really good video for people who are looking to get started modding in Space Engineers, and I'm gonna go dig around and try and find it real quick.
Very cool.
Yeah. And I'll see if I can't post that. I can't believe I can't find it. It's such a good video too. It's even got humor in it. What do you want? Okay, I'm good. When I find it, I'll post it to chat.
Fantastic. Let's have a look. Okay. If everything's good, we can play the final video, guys, here. This is by Tybo. This is the Space Engineers Warfare Trailer Battlefield mode. Let's have a look at that. And finally, let's just do some shout-outs. Who do we have in each of the chats today? YouTube and Twitch. Who's hanging out? Give some shout-outs here. We got Rivian, Evenstar, Chipap, Old Grumpy, Wild Western, Skelepajon, Sky King, Alex, Doverkin, Ashura, Dekar, Umbalol, Sarak, Jandraloon, LX, Indrasil, Elfie Wolf, John Wack, Old Grumpy Roadhoo, Dr. Sarcasmo, Vectis, Renzo, Evenstar, Alt Control Delete, Sparkcraft, Calibus, Demetrius, Scalabajon, This Is a Terrible App, Rivian, Tybo, Star Driver, Cat Martha, Atomic Junkie. All right, that's Sectan. That's Twitch. On the YouTube, I see Luca the Guide, X-Master, Consti, Super S, Blade Viridian, Logan, Mason, Saddest Dude, Peter Body, Alan Armour, Blade Viridian, Brian Hall, 2005 Guyver, Harley Carberry, Lotek, Suicide Neil, Aiden, Pilfit, JL Joe, Max Kaladin, Manny, Mason, Sarazin, James Sanders, Ms. Nomad, Feinder Freak, Hyperforce, Ariette, Meme Star, Bunker BBQ, Excalibur, back in YouTube, back in Twitch anymore? Anymore? I see Value, Darth Maud, Maggozu, Pulp, Zio, Deadly, Tiger, Cyber. There we are. Mostly everyone. Daniel Slater, Demoted, Hamburg, David, Botsai. There we go. That was nearly everyone, I'm sure. Okay. Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out for another Devs Lost in Space. We'll be back next Thursday with more hanging out and more Q&A. So prep your questions for next week and we'll figure out, make sure we've got a cool selection. We'll probably do some more Uranium Heist in some of these streams. It's just a bit of fun. You know, it's good fun to have with the community. So we might even just do like one a week or something. But thank you once again to everyone who joined us in the Uranium Heist. 30 players. And thank you, Kianata, good sir, for coming on and doing the heavy lifting during all that Uranium Heist gameplay. I was just focused on getting those kills, getting that uranium, but you were blasting those those questions left and right. So fantastic, man. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Great. Fantastic, guys. There we are. And hopefully I will see you on Saturday for the next StarCore tournament as well. We've got the tournament on Saturday. Might be the final test tournament as well before the first grand tournament. So definitely not too late to get involved in the StarCore stuff. And I'll see you all then or next Thursday. Bye-bye, guys. Now for a video from Tybo here. Hold on, where's my... There it is.
We're late to the party. No one gets left behind.
Hey, there we go, guys. Fantastic work from Tybo. SF Tybo in the chat. Beautiful trailer. He posted it last week, and Marek noticed it as well. Really, really well done, put together. So, yeah, big shout out to Tybo, and really looking forward to your next video. That was amazing. Really, really cool to see that. So, great job. And, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.